This is a Zero Mastery walkthrough for Down to the Wire. This is the second contract called Down to the Wire, this one by Franz. It's on scale. We've got the Interrogator, the Harpist, and the Mortician that we must kill with fiber wire. Well, we don't actually have to kill the musician that way, but more on that in a bit. So we're going to start off by immediately shooting the fuse box over there on the shed by the docks. If you miss, you may want to restart because shooting twice can cause a panic. Wait for the guy inside to come check the fuse box, come in here and grab a crowbar, and we're on our way. This one's a little tricky, and I would definitely recommend bringing some unlocks or something like that, but, you know, whatever works for you. This routing does work, but it can be a little tricky. We're going to head into the main area here, hang a right, and I'm going to pop in here. Now make sure you close this door behind you, because we're going to crowbar open this door, and that is noisy. It won't be heard as long as we have that door closed, but still. We want to get our musician disguised. There's also a key to the castle walls. It's right next to it.
The trick is to make it sound
So we're going to come over here, and with this timing, as long as you go straight through and hook a right immediately, you shouldn't get spotted. There's a very narrow chance of that woman spotting you, but all the other people who could spot you in this position should not be there at the time. Come in here and just shoot that far wall to turn both of these servants, because we are trespassing right now. Use the key to open this door and then head into the kitchen. We'll come back through that door quickly, so we don't want to be sitting there unlocking it. Come in here and just kind of shoot the floor twice. That will cause a panic that will allow us to pass through here, because NPCs do not enforce, well, civilian NPCs at least, do not enforce trespassing while they're in a panic. They are going to run and get a guard, so we're going to have to deal with that. But for now, we're going to drop down in here into the cell. We're going to shoot kind of the middle of that box. If you miss, you won't get her attention, so don't worry. She actually almost spotted me there, but that's as close as she generally ever comes. So it's pretty safe. Normally she doesn't spot me that much at all. So that's the first target taken care of. She's stored in a box, so she's nice and safe. Rarely does a guard ever come in here, so that kind of surprised me, but whatever the case, he's investigating that panic, but in the time that we've kind of been gone, he's investigated and found nothing. So we're going to wait until we have kind of a favorable position for NPCs where as few people as possible are going to see us. Basically, once that guy turns around, he's going to walk towards the back of the kitchen. And at that point, we can get out here and just shoot the floor twice again. Make sure you put your pistol away before you start running, or you might get seen. We're going to come out here, head straight out here, and no, we're no longer trespassing. So we can stand up, we can run around. Do watch out for those enforcing patrollers, but everybody else should be kind to you. They're not going to bother the musician, because this is, I guess, an area where musicians are expected to be. So we're going to come over here and just wait for this guard who, rather unfortunately, has decided he's going to look straight at us. But we'll just wait for him to go. You might actually be able to open this door from a crouching position without him noticing. I didn't actually test that. So you might want to give it a try if you're willing to restart at this point, but if not, just be patient and wait. And come in here, open this with the crowbar, no one will hear it. And what we're going to do is use a coin and then a sight lure. So we want to throw a coin such that the guard will turn not towards us, but the mortician will. And she should notice us there, and we're going to sight lure her. The guard will pick the coin up, and then he will go back to his position where he's got his back turned. Meanwhile, the mortician will walk all the way over here. And unfortunately, she'll be looking in this direction. There is a way to sight lure her where she's got her back to you, but it's just kind of a pain, so it's not really worth doing. She'll turn around. For some reason, she decided to stop instead of walking off. Doesn't really matter, because anywhere you wire her back here, pretty much she won't be found, but I did drag her into the room just to be safe. Stand up as you pass this guard if he's coming back to this position, because otherwise he'll hear you in the grass. Remember, we're not trespassing right now. Now, we are trespassing as soon as we get up here. This musician, you can't actually wire in a seated position, so she's actually any method. So we just wait for the guards so that we're sure that the guard patrol is as far away as possible. Shoot her, and then just dump her off a cliff. You can also leave her in the bushes, but she's got a cliff right here, so why not? Now all we have to do is exit. So we can just kind of run past these guards hang a left. We are trespassing once we enter this area, though, so be careful. We're going to come down this ladder, and we're going to use one of our last coins here. There's also a coin to the right on that box if you run out. And we're going to use a coin to just turn all these guys away, so that they don't see us leaving. And head on out. Sorry for the constant instinct vision, but that's a feature of the entertainer disguise, and there's really nothing I can do about it. It turns the camera that kind of muted color as long as you're in that disguise because of the blindfold. But we do take care of it.